Middlesex and Kent head for draw in Canterbury. As had been the case across the Bob Willis Trophy, Day 2 in Canterbury was disrupted by dark clouds and difficult weather. A break in play lasting over 3 hours gave way to a fascinating final hour that saw Kent just edge ahead in a tight contest. Middlesex headed into Day 3 at 123 for 6 and would look for quick runs if they were to have any hope of chasing Essex at the top of the South Group. Robbie White had been key for his side. He'd played a watchful innings amid difficult batting conditions. He'd get his just reward early in the day, his good start converted into a half-century. The 150 was ticked off soon after, an inside edge, a fortuitous route through to the landmark. White began to enjoy himself against the spin of Canterbury and Denley, his stand with Harris worth 50 runs. They steered their side past 200, White closing in on a maiden first-class century. He'd fall agonisingly short, the new ball did its job, Stevens found his edge, the catch was juggled and then taken in the slips, and White had to trudge off on 99. An unfortunate end to an important innings. Middlesex reached lunch at 223 for 7, an enjoyable first session for the visitors, only slightly marred by the loss of White. James Harris and Ethan Bamber quickly put that setback behind them and took the attack to the Kent bowlers at the resumption of play. Stevens broke the partnership with the score one shy of 250. Harris's defence is beaten and his off-stump removed for 41. Cummins followed in the next over, squared up by Clarkson and bowled for 1. Ethan Bamber and Tilal Walalawita traded boundaries with the innings in the death throes. And the evergreen Stevens was the man to pick up the final wicket. Walalawita out LBW for 11 as he walked across his stumps, the Kent bowler with 5 for, again, his 28th in first-class cricket. Middlesex were all out for 269, an achievement in itself considering their travails earlier in the innings amid difficult conditions. And there would be more joy for the visitors. Daniel Bell-Drummond could only last until the 7th over before he was removed by Cummins, caught behind for 14. He had another a few overs later. O'Riordan played away from his body and was pouched by Martin Anderson in the slip cordon. Kent survived through to tea at 57 for 2, with work to do in the evening session. They'd lose Jack Leaning quickly, caught at point by Max Holden off the bowling of Bamber. Billings stuck with England colleague Denley, the pair chasing 3 figures for the home side. But Billings could only add 20 before he nicked Cummins behind to leave Kent 4 down and 4 shy of 100. A straight drive from Robinson saw the Kent score tick into 3 figures. Denley's return from international duty was a welcome one for Kent, and he marked his first Bob Willis Trophy appearance with a half-century. He'd lose another partner before the end of the day. Robinson edged through to Eskenazi to depart for 17. A pull through mid-wicket for 4 from Denley would be the last scoring shot of the day. Kent closed on 146 for 5, 123 runs behind the visitors. With 25 wickets still left to take in this game for either side to pick up victory, a draw looks the most likely scenario. A topsy-turvy morning session on Day 4 could see an unlikely winner crowned come the close of play, but the weather looks to have put paid to both sides' hopes of victory.